Hi everybody. We have a lot to talk about today. It's a headband kind of day because my hair is freshly washed and it's just like woo. I would take it down to show you, but it's so woo that it might just eat eat the universe. That's how woo it is. Anyway, I am less than 3 weeks until my surgery date, which is I'm getting gastric bypass on July 6th at St. Bernardine's Medical Center in San Bernardino, California, with Dr. Fedorka, who has a shark do. And it's 19 days actually. And my highest weight ever was 365 pounds in February. I actually have weighed 365 pounds before that, and then I went down and I went back up. So we're calling it February. That was my highest weight, was 365 pounds. And today I am at the lowest weight I have been since November of 2014 at 334.4. And I went on keto after I met with my doctor, my surgeon, in March, and I lost a whole bunch of weight. And then I gained some back because I got off the keto train. And now I'm back on keto as of Monday, and I've lost 7.2 pounds since Monday, and it's now Thursday evening, which is crazy. I mean, like, if there ever was any doubt that keto and my body work together, there's just no question that my body likes keto. My body likes low carb. So I'm hoping, though, to lose, because now I'm at the lowest I was when I was doing keto after my surgeon told me I needed to lose some weight. So now I'm hoping to knock, in the next 4 days, I'm hoping to knock another maybe 2 pounds out, so that when I do my next official weigh-in, I've lost even more. I don't think that it would stop surgery if I was the same weight as I was last time, but just to make a good showing of it, I thought it would work well. So that makes it a 30.6 pound loss since my highest weight, which is pretty awesome. And a small NSV was, I went to Mimi's the other day, and their booths are really small compared to a lot of other places. Like, I actually had to, one time I went to sit in one, and it was the only place where the guy saw me and was like, and asked me if I wanted a table because I was really having a hard time fitting in the booth. And he, God bless him, he was so, like, you could tell he was just as embarrassed to ask as I felt, not being able. I mean, I got in there, but my roll was hanging over, and it was really not so great. Anywho, so that's that, and it's been a really rocky couple of weeks since my last video because oh shoot, I forgot to tell you what the NSV was. The NSV is that I fit in the booth with no problem. I just slid right in, and so just 30 pounds, even at this weight, just 30 pounds makes a big difference. I haven't measured myself. I really need to do that. Maybe the 1st of July or right before my surgery I'll do it. So anyway, it's been a rocky couple of weeks. On Tuesday, on the 6th, my precious little doggy died. Those of you who follow me on Instagram know all about it. She was a little gray terrier mix. She was, just all sorts of things, all kinds of things, but mostly terrier. And she was the love of my heart. She was just an extension of myself. She was my shadow. She followed me everywhere and slept at my feet while I was working and slept in my bed and was just attached at my hip. And she was the heart of my heart, and she passed away. We got up on the 6th, the morning of the 6th, and we jumped out of bed. She made it a little bit into the hallway, and she went, and then just died. When I picked her, I ran right to her and picked her up, and she was already limp and not breathing, and her little heart wasn't beating. So I had to take her to the doctor, to have them take care of her. And so I've been without her for about a week and a half, and it's been very, very hard. I mean, I've never grieved for anyone or anything like I've been grieving for her. And the first few days I was just inconsolable, and luckily I had some big plans that weekend that I had to go to, so that kind of got me out of it a little bit. But then this week, there's been a lot of craziness too, but I've been really feeling it. I had to go to PetSmart today because I have two boy dogs, whom I also love dearly, in different ways. I mean, they're just as close to me, but they're different. She was the one who was really, really, really bonded to me deeply, whereas the other two I'm deeply bonded with, but in a different way. Anyway, but I had to go to PetSmart for them, and it was very, very hard. I was just very quietly weeping through the store because I used to buy my little dog dresses, and there were all these 4th of July dresses out, and I had no reason to look at the dresses. I have no reason ever to look at the little dresses again. And I buy, every time I go to the PetSmart, I get each of my dogs a greenie, and so I bought 2 greenies instead of 3, and that made me sad because now when I buy special stuff, I'll only be buying it in 2s and not 3s, and then I needed to get them a little treat, and I had gotten these little tiny marrow bones for her because they fit her little mouth, and the boys are quite big, and I just couldn't, even though the boys liked those, I just couldn't bear to buy them because those were her treats, and so I got them a different, what we call them, candies. I got them a different one, but just seeing them, and there's like a picture of a little white fuzzy dog, and she was a little gray fuzzy dog. So I was crying my way through PetSmart, and I probably looked a mess when I came to the cashier. So, and then when I came home, my vet, I got the card from my vet, the condolence card from my vet that had the Rainbow Bridge poem in it, which I'm not going to go into because if you've ever lost a pet with a vet, you have gotten that Rainbow Bridge poem, and it is absolutely gut-wrenching. I know it's meant to make you feel better, but I didn't even read it because I know it, and I've lost enough pets in my life to know that really, really well, and so I wasn't gonna read it. But I kept it, I put it in my keepsake stuff. And, but that's not a nice thing. I mean, there is no silver lining. There just isn't any. When you lose someone you love, there's just no silver lining. It just sucks. It's horrible all the way around. But one of my mother's friends makes jewelry. And so I asked her if she would make me a necklace or a bracelet with Poppy's tag, which was a little heart with rhinestones, and she said she would, and she showed me some things of what she was thinking of. So I'll have a necklace. We're not going to do a bracelet because the tag is a little big for a dangle on a bracelet, and if I keep banging it up against things, I may lose it, and I don't want to do that. So she's going to make a necklace, and so I can have Poppy close to my heart, and so I'm very happy about that. But anyway, so that's the big bad news in my life right now, and it hasn't thrown me off track with my weight or anything. It just is very hard. I start thinking I'm over it, and then something else will happen, or I keep thinking there's a part of me that's just really silly, but it keeps thinking that maybe somebody's gonna call me up and say, oh yeah, just kidding, we have your little dog, or that I'm gonna wake up one day and she'll just be there. But I know that's not gonna happen, but my heart, still, I can still hear her little jingle of her collar and stuff, and feel her, and I catch myself at night adjusting myself as if she were in the bed still, and so it's just gonna take time, and there'll always be a little hole in my heart where she belongs. She was only 8 years old. She was a little tiny dog, and she was only 8 years old, so that was very, very young, and she had seizures. She had seizures all her life, and we never could figure out how to stop them, even though we tried mightily with the vet. And so what the vet told me is that it was probably her heart, because the seizures are very hard on her heart. And she did say a comforting thing, that she said that, because she got the good care that she got with me, she probably lived a lot longer than she would have otherwise. So that made me feel a little bit better. I mean, one thing I know for sure is I know she had a beautiful life, that she made my life beautiful, and I know that I gave her a beautiful life. So anyway, deep breath, everybody. I gotta get moving on because there's more stuff to talk about. So I got my happy planner. It says the best is yet to come backwards, because all of you guys on Instagram with your happy planners were making me jealous. So I got mine, and it starts in July, which is fantastic because it's when my surgery is. So I will be able to record, like, actually have a planner that's like for an 18-month planner that starts in July, which is super cool. And I've already put some things in there, like, I haven't written my surgery date in here just in case my pre-op appointment is on Tuesday. And so just in case they pull some fast one about wanting to reschedule surgery, I have not actually written the date in here yet, but I do have blank pages prepared for each day of surgery, so that I can write a little diary for each day of the first week. And of course I filled in my months, and I have to show you something funny I did. I filled in my, birthdays and stuff like that. In August, I have some things going on, and then I was going through my calendar and I moved to September, but I didn't flip the pages to September, so I wrote a September date right there, and then I realized what I'd done, and I bought a bunch of stickers to go in my happy planner, so I just put a big high five sticker over it because I had taken it. I had like drawn little pictures and I'd taken up the whole square with the thing. So I said, high five, I'm a loser. I put that date in there. High five. Anyway, so I'm really excited to use it. It was kind of I bought it for myself, I think, to document my year. It's going to be like a journal as much as a planner, maybe even more so a journal than a planner. But also because, I needed something to keep my mind off my grief. And I bought the extension pack for fitness, and it's pretty groovy because it has places where you can keep track of your meal planning. And I'm not actually going to keep track of my calories or anything in here because that's lame, because the other like Fitness Pal and stuff will do it for you. But I think for planning, it'll be a good scratch space for planning. And then there's like exercise and water. And damn, I better go. Boy, this time is going fast. And my stupid iPad on the app, it won't let me upload anything longer than 15 minutes. Even though I'm a verified account. I know I've complained about that to you before. Okay, enough of that. Really, really quickly, I decided that for exercise, I think I want to do Jiu-Jitsu. Because I read somewhere once that depression is anger turned inward. And I totally agree with that. And I need to fight my depression. And I realize I do have a lot of anger pent up from stuff that happened to me. I feel like I told you this in the last video. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I did. Anyway, and so if I could find an exercise that is actually meaningful to me, and where because I hate most exercise. I just hate it. Because it is boring and painful. And when I'm bored and painful and in pain, I don't want to do it ever again. Whereas if you're learning a sport or a dance or something, like if you're learning something, there's more of a point to it. And if there's other people involved. So I decided I might like to try Jiu-Jitsu because it's philosophically really cool, and I can go into that in another video. And also it would help me work out some of my anger in a really healthy way instead of eating it or turning it in on myself in the form of depression. And I have it, but I don't want to start it right away because I'm way too heavy, you rolling around on top of each other, and I don't want to squash anybody. Plus I'm going to have surgery and won't be able to do that kind of stuff for a little while. Anyway, so here's my plan. Surgery in July and August and September, and half of October we do recovering from surgery, and then I go back to my boot camp gym. And in the middle of October, which is my birthday, I ask for the gift of, because they do a Jiu-Jitsu for women's self-defense series of classes, and you earn a pink belt when you're done. So I'll ask for the money to do that, and I'll do that with my best friend. And then if we like it after the women's self-defense thing, which takes like 8 or 10 weeks, then for Christmas, I can ask for the money for some Jiu-Jitsu classes for the new year. And by then, I'll weigh a lot less, so I'll feel a little less self-conscious. And, oh my God, I have 30 seconds left. So that's my Jiu-Jitsu plan. Obviously I have some happy moments and some sad moments, but it was kind of a rocky week. But thank you for being here, and thank you everybody on Instagram for your love. Truly, you have really helped me out sending your love about that. Anyway, love you all. Like, subscribe. Bye.